Welcome to the Leadership Boost. Leadership Boost. Boosting your leadership into high performance with your host, Sean Smith. Updating you with the points and principles to sharpen your skill so you can make a difference and have an impact in whatever leadership role you find yourself in right now. Forget the fluff and get the stuff with Sean.
Hey, welcome to the Leadership Boost. This is Relationship Saturday with your host, Sean Smith, and we are also live in Facebook. Great to be with you again. Thank you for hopping on. And today we're talking about your role, your responsibility. Just a quick one today. Just marrying your role and your responsibility. I think in a marriage relationship, very important. Oftentimes there's a breakdown especially when one of the roles or one of the partners, your spouse is actually sort of in a professional career or an entrepreneur in a leadership, a very high profile kind of leadership role, and so then a divide can develop. And so I'd like to really address that. The one thing that before we even start is that for me, I think my focal point about Relationship Saturday, about great relationships, is the simple fact that communication is everything. Communication is the oxygen of any relationship. Everything begins to break down because trust builds communication, but communication is necessary for trust. Trust needs to be there. Communication needs to be there for intimacy, for growth, for development, for agreement, for walking together. Really, if you break down in communication, you break down in so many areas of your relationship. And that goes for any relationship, any team kind of building situation. One of your big factors in your organizational development, in your team development, is being able to communicate. Communicate simply, powerfully, with clarity, with focus. Having that place and communication, of course, is not just a one-sided affair. It's not just, me being able to talk to you. It's that there's a listening ear, an empathetic heart, an understanding attitude, where I'm looking to gain awareness. I'm looking to build trust. I'm looking to and there you can see a little fellow in the background photobombing my live broadcast. Jesse Bear. So you've got it. It just really is a two-way dialogue. Communication is a whole bunch of things, and that's a whole episode on its own. But I'm really focused on communication because if we talk about things, we eliminate the mystery. Now, let me say this. Last week I spoke about keeping the passion alive, the flame of passion alive in your marriage, and that was a longer episode. But the thing about it is that the reason I was going to mention that, I've forgotten now. So I'm doing this impromptu here. No notes. So why was I talking about that? I can't remember. Anyway, so that's not important then. All right, so mystery. Mystery is good. Being mysterious, keeping your spouse guessing about you and about what you're going to bring to the table. Maybe table is not the right word, but what you're going to bring is important. But men love the mysterious about their wives. They just love that, and I suppose women do too. I'm not a woman, so I think women also enjoy the mystery of it. But when there's a dark mystery, when there's hidden stuff, when things are not in the light, when there's not that transparency, and a lack of communication builds that lack of transparency, so that there is areas that are not being shared, not being delved into, and those areas can become little cancers that grow in people's lives, in your life, in your marriage, and suddenly that separation begins to grow. Communication, critical. All right, so Your role, your responsibility. Again, what I was saying, and just the thought that came to me is how the imbalance sometimes happens. Your career is important. You're busy. You're an entrepreneur, or you've got a career a career role, leadership role, and you're busy. You're just out there. You're meeting clients. You are building a team. You are involved in your organization. You have got a huge responsibility. You've got roles. You're trying to balance all these different little initiatives, projects, relationships at work. You come home, you're stressed, you're tired, and suddenly over time, you must remember something. Nothing happens immediately in a relationship, and especially in your home relationship. We tend to kind of take things for granted. They're always there. Our wife is always there. Our husband is always there. Our children are always there. So, they're always there, and they need to be understanding. I've got huge stress. I'm under pressure at work and whatever. So we come home and we tend to shut down, get behind our, tablet, our computer, our laptop, whatever the story is, or in front of the TV, and we kind of close ourselves off. And slowly but surely, the significant people in our life, and the significant one other, that's really what I want to focus on, is that they begin to feel like totally separated from you. They begin to feel like they're not involved in your life anymore. And now they begin to manipulate. They begin to do things to try and get attention. And it usually starts off with subtle kind of hints and subtle kind of things and nice things. But when you are constantly got the shell around you, they begin to do things to try and attract attention. And what happens is then there's reaction, there's emotion, and the separation. Thank you. Separation begins to happen slowly but surely over time. And now hardness begins to creep in, cynicism, criticism, sarcasm, complaining, bitching, moaning. Stuff happens now. You're at each other saying insults, and slowly but surely it just degrades into what happened. Well, what happened was the lack of attention, the lack of communication that took place way, way back. So I want to say to you is that very important, especially if you are an entrepreneur, you've got your own business, you're busy out there, or you're a professional, or just because you are at work, you're both at work, you're both doing things, whatever the story is that keep the person, the most significant person in your life. Keep talking to them. Keep listening to them. And I'm not just talking about the one that is in the role. I'm saying your role, your responsibility. If you're a mom at home, or a husband that does this, but your wife is high-powered, or vice versa, high-powered position or a role, responsibility at work, you have a responsibility to the relationship. And so getting together again constantly, he needs to know he is your king, and she needs to know she's your queen. So I'm playing this dual role on this. I'm not picking one side or the other. I'm just saying whatever your role is, out of the home, out of the relationship, coming back, you have a responsibility in the relationship, husband or wife. And so it's important at that point in time to focus on them, listen to them, not just try and get them to talk, but listen to them, pay attention. Yes, life gets busy, children, home, responsibilities at home, function, things have to get on, and we're busy cleaning, or whatever you're doing, cooking. I like cooking, so I do a lot of the cooking, and so you're busy. Don't neglect that time. 50, 60 years, we're talking about building a long-term relationship. It takes time to build quality over time. You want it to last long. This person is forever. I'm talking about building forever. We build a marriage, I mean a wedding for a day. We spend umpteen thousands on a wedding. We spend months planning, people involved, all the rest of it. It's an event. It's a moment. It's a day. Important day, but it's just a day. We do nothing to plan, to invest, to develop, to grow a lifetime, which is what a marriage is. A marriage is a lifetime. It's your best friend. It's the love of your life. It's the person that you've chosen to spend your time with. It's the person that the one relationship you want to grow old with. It's the one relationship that you can grow through the good, the bad, and the ugly to in fact, be the best friends, the one person that you can trust, walk with, share your heart with, experience, have them share their heart, know each other, have joint values. It's the one relationship that is incredible for the rest of your life. Starting again every time is really tough, and losing that one person is really tough. And many times the loss is simply because we neglected the little things to start off with. So I really want to encourage you is flirt. Flirt with, take time during your day, wherever you are, to text whatever the story is and flirt with them. Send them I love you. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just they know they're important to you. Let them be the king and the queen in your life, wherever you are. That is your responsibility. As I said, listen, flirt with them, message them, give them time, give them space, give them understanding, give them the idea that they are still a priority because you're prepared to. I'm not talking about, an overarching where there's this control factor where you actually can't get anything done because they constantly, that's dysfunctional in itself. That needs therapy or counseling or something. But I'm just talking about just normal people, how we can neglect a relationship. And I'm saying to you, just keep working on that relationship. So this is just a thought for today. Just a thought that if you're busy out there, whatever your work role is and whatever your professional role is, that you don't neglect the important relationship in your life. It's your role, your responsibility is important, because sometimes we can be so busy with our career, so busy with our job role, with our responsibilities out there, that we begin to grow apart. We stop talking, And initially, when you're young and you're in love and you're honeymooning and stuff, you talk. But I think what we do is we side talk. We skirt around, I think is the right word. We skirt around the real issues, the real things, the hurt, the disappointments, not with each other, but just the things that you're dealing with out there. And I think coming back, coming out of the workplace, out of your day, out of your week, and sitting down with each other and saying, honey, again, could be husband or wife, honey, how was your week? And that is like nearly too broad, and I don't want to get into the kind of questions you can think of your own. It's just like, what are you dealing with? I was saying to somebody the other day is like that. What I found over the years. This is just one example. Over the years, especially in my role that I walked in for 20 years, is that it's easy for the opposite sex to be involved with what I was doing, but I was always paying attention to when it became too much, when there was a line where suddenly I could be, okay, this could be trouble. And so I would immediately sit down with Michelle and say, okay, this is the situation I'm dealing with. This lady is like, I'm concerned here. This could be a problem. And because I bring it to the light. And if I bring it to the light, then, a seductive, secret, mystery kind of thing can't creep in where it's hidden. I'm open with it. I don't want to sit with a kind of pressure, hidden pressure that jeopardizes my relationship at home. It just doesn't work. And so I don't want to jeopardize that. So I'd rather bring it to the light as soon as I feel like it's becoming an issue, and very soon. So what I'm trying to say is that rather communicate those things early. Don't wait. Don't let, hold things in and struggle with the things yourself. Talk about it. And both ways. Listen and understand. Have an empathetic attitude, understanding attitude, and communicating where you are. It's not just a one-sided thing. It's not just about me. This is what I'm going through. Look how great I am. This is all my stress. You know what? Your wife at home could be stressing. Your husband doing whatever he's doing, and you whatever you're doing. That you've each got your own kind of journey, your own kind of stresses, your own kind of perspectives. It takes time, patience, determination, commitment, and a huge understanding, patient heart to listen to each other and say, I want to be in your shoes. I might not understand, I might not feel what you feel, but I want to just be in your shoes for a moment. Instead of criticizing, judging, saying, shut up, don't talk to me. I'm got more on my plate than you, and I'm stressed out and whatever. So, we can go wrangle, and nothing ever happens. So, just having great time to just share with each other and say, hey, this is what is happening in my life, and giving each other. But I think that the thing that I really want to communicate is, in your role, your responsibility is, in fact, to let your partner know, your spouse know, that they are priority in your life. And that means you take time to listen, you take time to share. All right? That's really what I want to get with you. 1 point. Long story, but just 1 point. If you got something out of this, please give me a thumbs up. It would be great just to hear, and to hear that it's hitting the nail on the head for you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for hopping on. I really do appreciate having you guys join me. All right. So excellent. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. So have a super weekend. Hey, what I'm busy writing sort of a small mini book, just talking about Michelle and my journey, just a little bit our story, and just some of the lessons that I've learned, a couple of these things that I'm talking about here, but I'm putting it together, just some thoughts. So I'm telling you that because I need to make myself accountable to actually get this out, because I'm lazy when it comes to writing. I love talking, so I can hop on live broadcasts every day, do a video, teach, coach, encourage, inspire you, but sitting writing, man, it's like a mission for me. So I'm holding myself accountable. I want to get this done. Actually, I want to have it available next Saturday for download. So that is the idea. That's the idea. If I don't come on next Saturday and have it, then start hitting me on these comments and saying, where is that mini book, Sean? Where is that ebook? So because then I'll be pushed into actually making it happen. But again, really great to have you with me. So appreciative of everybody joining us, whether you're live or whether you're coming on later. And we'll be talking to you some more on next Saturday. Hey, don't miss every day, Monday to Saturday, Monday to Friday. I'm on the Leadership Boost podcast. That's my podcast where I inspire you as in your leadership role. So whether you're a teacher, a nurse, a doctor, a business person, up, down, sideways, it doesn't really matter. Whatever your role is, if you're out there being an influence in people's lives, you are a leader to me. That's my philosophy. So hop on every day for 15 minutes or so, and just an inspirational thought to help you move forward and get you at a high performance level in your life. So where you're effective, influential, inspired, and encourage you. Sometimes we have to deal with the difficulties in life, but that's why I'm there. We've got people from all around the world listening in on the podcast. And so it's really great. And I get to share just some thoughts and some things to encourage you every single day. All right. So that's from me. I've said enough now. Time up. Great to be with you. Have a super, super weekend. Until next time, this is Sean saying over and out.